One thing I can't wait for if I'm ever retired is Monday. I could do whatever the hell I want, right? Obviously, everyone's going to work today as a typical Monday, but just imagine you wake up on a Monday and you say, screw it, I'm going back to sleep. So obviously you can do that today, call out of work, but we don't do that, right? We work, we earn, we invest, then we retire. Anyway, let's get moving here. Today's Monday, January 29th, and today is what we call the Monday recap. And this is where we recap, where we are at for the week, where we are at for TSLY, where we are at for CONY, and even Defiance. Although I'm not covering them to the extent that I can still show you just by looking on their website, what you want to happen based on the latest trades and holdings. Okay? So tune in. Here we go. TSLY, our baby, the YieldMax baby. We know about this one. We know about their strike price. It's a 187.50. They decided to put all of their contracts at one strike. Okay? And that expires this Friday, so they have 5 trading days. This is 2.32% out of the money. So not much room for Tesla to move upwards if we want to capture any, reasonable capital gains. Tesla IV is actually shrinking. It's going down even more, which I hope this is not an indicator that they're just going to continue to sell so close to the money. I mean, there's going to come a point where they have to realize, okay, the IV isn't what it was, so the yield is not going to be what it was. And as investors, we need to understand that. But as YieldMax fund managers, maybe the greed is just setting in. They want to keep the yield high on the baby. Again, this is the YieldMax baby. So that's why they're selling so close to the money. Anyway, so it's 2.32%. I'm showing we can capture 20 cents at best this week. I had this stuff on the right, but ignore that. I'm not going to get into that again. My reaction remains the same. Again, it is what it is. Hopefully they're right. If they are right, if we close at $187 on Friday, if we close at that price, 187 anything, I'm going to do 187 push-ups, and I hope you guys do it with me. And I'll do it on their behalf. I'll say, congrats, fund managers, you got it right, okay? And I was wrong. But again, even if they get it right, it doesn't mean I'm happy with the moves that they're making with this, right? Because it's Tesla. Tesla is just insane. Up, down, here we go. But anyway, enough about that. So where do we want to be closed by Friday? We want it to close at 187.50. Perfect world, right? 187 is okay. 186.50, 186, right? Around that range. But in reality, if it goes to 187.50, then we can capture the whole 20 cent upside and then bring this stock up, this ETF, up to almost $9. So that's a perfect world. All right. I just want to show you guys the holdings so you guys understand, what we're dealing with. Again, this is just net asset calculation. So again, I just want to reiterate how to read this. Cash and treasuries. Typically in the middle, you see the treasuries, and then you see on the bottom, cash is always on the bottom. So those two amounts, that's what they use for collateral to do what they do. And then obviously they have synthetic. They actually have 2 synthetics, a 185 and a 220, and then they have 1 call. So it's pretty easy to read, but overall, hopefully it makes sense to you guys. Again, I'm just trying to help you understand so you guys can read this on your own. So that was TSLY. And if I look at pre-market, come on, I want to refresh. Here we go. Oh no, we are up 1.21% already. Good Lord. All right, but again, it's pre-market. It really means nothing. We could be up 10% and then we can open a flat, so it is what it is. All right, so that's TSLY. Let's go into CONY. Where do we stand for CONY? Well, we are in a awesome position for CONY. Why? Because, although, they did 3 scattered contracts, not equal, but at least the lowest strike is the lowest amount of contracts. 400 contracts with a 130 strike, 3.83% out of the money. That's could be in danger. But then look at this, 10,760 contracts with a 131 strike. That's a little further, 4.63% out of the money. And then they have 10,010 contracts, 134 strike, 7% out of the money. And normally we'd say, oh, that's a little too close for coin. Coin is unpredictable. However, coin, it's not been doing good. So there's no reason to think it's going to head upwards, although you never know, right? So this one I'm okay with. 78% IV. So again, their IV is just amazing. I'm showing possible capital appreciation this week, $1.14. So I will take it. My reaction, I'm happy. I'm happy. Happy. If we look at their holdings, what do we got? Again, how do you read these? Cash and treasuries. It says United States Treasury bill. That's treasuries, right? Majority of the money is just sitting there earning interest, right? And then on the bottom, cash. And then what else? Obviously, they'll have a synthetic, the 130 synthetic. And then they'll have 3 calls, which you'll see in the middle, negative amounts. And that's how much it costs to close those positions. And then the total of the market value is the net assets. And then obviously you divide that by outstanding shares and you get the NAV. So 1980, which typically is the strike price. Not the strike price. It is the price of the stock, to purchase on your brokerage. All right, so coin is at 125.20. Our strikes are there. Let's go to pre-market. Okay, again, this is marketwatch.com. I use them because they have a decent mobile site and they're pretty easy to use. Oh, look at that. All right, they're up kind of the same as Tesla, 1.71%. However, it's okay. We have a little more room for some capital appreciation on this fund. But again, there's 5 trading days, so we got a ways to go, man. But yeah, that's where we stand. Where do we want to close by the end of the week? I'm okay if we close at 134. Obviously, we'll have to pay a little to close out the other strikes, but that's okay. Realistically, the perfect spot, maybe 131, 132-ish. I don't know. We'll see, but whatever. So yeah, that's where we stand for CONY. Let's talk about Defiance, guys. As you know, I do not track them like I used to. So I am no longer looking at strike prices, have those complicated formulas. By the way, those spreadsheets that I have, I could share them on my Discord if you guys want to take over. You can have them, right? I'm just, because as you saw, I have a different methodology to talk about them. But anyway, let me know if that is of interest of you, because I know there's a lot of spreadsheet nerds that watch my channel. So, all right, so here's the holdings. This is just directly from the website. Again, United States Treasury, whatever, cash, and then you have the put. Okay. So you see that first column, NDX. NDX is obviously the underlying. That's the index, the NASDAQ. P for put. And then us. Whatever. Why does it say us? I don't even know. But it shows expiration date of today, January 29th. And then P for put again. And then a 17,475 strike. So you want to end up at that price, okay? You want the NASDAQ to close at that price, okay? But it's as simple as that. Again, I'm not gonna overcomplicate Defiance anymore. I'm just gonna keep it really simple. I don't know if you guys still want Defiance on the Monday recap now that the recap is not as detailed, but okay. So here's JEPY, SPX. Their strike price is 4,900. That expires today, so that's where we want to close. We want to close at or slightly above 4,900, okay? Last but not least, the wild card, the redheaded stepchild, IWMY. They are crazy, man. This is fun. This fund is crazy. Here's the Russell. We want the Russell to close at 1985. That expires today, okay? 1985 or above. Oh, one thing I added to my spreadsheets. You guys are going to like this when I talk about Defiance once a week. I did a summary. Actually, when is their declaration date? January 31st? Oh, damn. That's Wednesday. All right. I gotta make a video on. I gotta do an estimate, probably on them. Maybe tomorrow. Wow, that came fast. Good Lord. Anyway, I wanted to show you the summary page. So we talked about the funds, and I just wanted to show you, like, here's from inception. So QQQY, again, JEPY, they launched in September. They did not make money. They actually made negative. They lost money in September, and then they paid out money. So you see the double in red. Again, that brings the price down. And then October, same thing. They lost money, but they paid out money. Okay, double whammy. But in November, things got normal, right? QQQY, all right, they made $1.06. They only paid out 93. JEPY, they made 92 cents. They paid out 65. And then IWMY started, but at least they started in the green. They made 79 cents, but they paid out more, $1.25. And then the next month, all three did well. QQQY, 77 cents, paid out 62. JEPY, 55 cents, paid out 50. Oh, if you're wondering why the numbers are different, I did update something else. If you look, X date was always zeroed out, but now I'm going to add the difference between the dividend and the income per share for that day. Because again, these funds, they should drop the amount of the dividend on X date. So any plus or minus beyond that is what they made or what they lost. So in this example, QQQY actually made 6 cents. So I want to give them the proper credit for that. So that's why some of these numbers are different from what you saw in my video on Sunday. If you guys didn't see it, you can go back. But yeah, JEPY 55, and they paid out 50. IWMY, they made $1.40, they paid out $1. So pretty cool. Capital gain loss, this is just the total, how much it went down from inception for each fund, but look how much they paid in distributions. So obviously we got, rewarded. So there is a lot of potential with these funds, that is for sure. And then I do like a price check. There's the launch price in purple, the price as of last payment, which if I take the capital gain loss plus the launch price, right? If I have a formula here, C23 plus C19, that should equal to where we are at. And then I put the actual price, but obviously we're way into the month. So, but yeah, I didn't want to get into this, but I forgot. I don't want to make you guys wait because I was excited about this little breakdown. But anyway, you'll see that going forward on the Defiance videos. All right, so that's where we stand for the week, guys, for TSLY, CONY, and Defiance funds. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click that like button. It always helps. It helps the YouTube algorithm get the word out. People, they always they say they appreciate it. So I just, all I ask is hit the like, You don't have to comment. You don't have to whatever. You don't have to share, but the like, I think that's pretty easy. But either way, if you have questions or concerns, leave them in the comments. Anything you want me to add to any spreadsheets as I go along, let me know. And yeah, that's it. I guess I have some homework for tomorrow. I guess I need to come out with an estimate based for the Defiance funds. So I'll work on that. I think Clip is announcing today or tomorrow too what they're gonna pay, and it's gonna be a good week. We'll see what happens, guys. But yeah, I gotta go. Long work day. Mondays are rough. That's all I can say. So I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a great week, and thank you for watching. Later.